In this video, I will show you how to quickly configure Facebook Conversions API on Shopify with server-side Google Tag Manager. Here is my demo Shopify website, and on it I have installed my website Google Tag Manager container and my server-side Google Tag Manager container. Since I am hosting my server container on Stape, I used a Stape plugin or app on Shopify. If you don't have Stape installed on your Shopify store or you don't know how to use it, I have another in-depth tutorial with all the step-by-step instructions on how to do that. Basically, by watching that tutorial, you will learn how to install the extension and what kind of configuration should you do. I will post a link to that tutorial below the video. Basically, you will need to install the extension, then insert Web GTM container. So click this checkbox, then enter your website Google Tag Manager container's ID, then add custom domain and then enter it right here, then enable custom loader, then enable cookie keeper. And in the data layer tab, I have these both checkboxes enabled, and I followed these steps to create a custom pixel which is needed to track the checkout. Once you do all those steps that I explained in another tutorial, you're good to go. Now we can go to the good stuff, which is how to quickly implement Facebook Conversions API with server-side GTM. Here I have my website Google Tag Manager container. It's empty. I also have a server Google Tag Manager container. It's also empty. The only thing that it has is just the default GA4 client, but we won't need that. So to implement Conversions API, you will need to go to Stape. This is where I host my container. And then in the menu, you should keep looking for the Setup Assistant somewhere. So click here. And then you will see a wizard where you will need to select certain things, and based on that, Stape will prepare a container template. So in the first step, select e-commerce as type, platform as Shopify. Then if you have a cookie consent pop-up implemented on a website and that provider is one of these, then you can select them right here. In my case, I don't have a cookie consent pop-up, so I will just click no. Click next, then select the destination where you want to send the data. In my case, that is Meta. Once you select it, click next. Then you have to enter your server container URL. So that's the one that you have mapped in Stape. Then we have to enter pixel ID and CAPI token. You can find them in the events manager of Facebook. So you should go to eventsmanager.facebook.com or business.facebook.com and then keep looking for Events Manager. I am already here. So then I will just select the dataset. This is my destination where I will be sending data. Here you should click Settings. And first, let's copy the dataset ID. This is the pixel ID, so just click here, then go to Stape and paste it. And then we need to get a CAPI token. Let's go to Events Manager, and in the same settings section, keep looking for Conversions API or something related to token. Here is the Conversions API section, and here I can click Generate Access Token. Then I will select just one dataset right here, and then click Generate Access Token. Once you get it, click here to copy, and then paste it in Stape's interface. Then click Next. And now you have an option to either import this automatically, which means that you will need to give Stape account to your Google Tag Manager container, or you can import manually, which means that you will get two container files and you will need to import them to the web GTM container and the server container. I will select the manual import. So click Next. And here are the two files that I will need to download. Click both of them. Then first, let's go to the website Google Tag Manager container, click Admin, then Import Container, choose the container file and select the web template and open. Then you can select the workspace. I will choose the existing one, which is the default, and then I will select merge. In my case, it will work with overwrite as well because my container is empty. But if your container already contains some items, then click merge. This means that your current items will remain, and then the new items from this template will be imported. Then scroll down and add to workspace. Then repeat the same process with the server container. So let's go there, admin, then import container, choose the file, and then select server template and open. Then existing workspace, default workspace, and select merge. Then scroll down and click add to workspace. So as you can see, a lot of items were imported to one container and then to the other container. These are related to variables, tags, triggers, templates, and so on.
By the way, I release Google Analytics or Google Tag Manager tutorials every week. If you want consistent flow of fresh knowledge and to stay up to date, then subscribe to this channel. It will help us a lot.
So the setup part is done. Now we need to verify whether this is working properly. In the server container, click preview. So do that right here. This will open the server preview mode. Then let's go to the website and click preview as well. Then enter your Shopify store's URL and click connect. Then I can browse the site, for example, go to catalog, then open the product, then add to cart, for example. And let's go to the server container and see what is happening. And here I have a bunch of events. All of them were sent from my web container to the server container. Also in the web container, if I look right here, I will see that the Facebook pixel tag is firing on the website, but also data tags are sending data to my server. So basically I have a hybrid setup where I combine the Facebook pixel data with the server data, because this tag right here, or these tags, are designed to send data to my server. If you want to check the checkout events, then you will need to publish your website Google Tag Manager container because there are some limitations inside the Shopify checkout. So in the web container, you can go and click submit, give this version a name, and click publish. Then also we will want to check the Facebook test events section, and that includes server events. So go to test events right here, then select channel, website, and then click confirm server events are set up correctly. Here you will get the test ID, click copy, then go to the server, and then go to tags. Here you will need to update all of these tags one by one and enter that test ID. So I will show you the first tag and then I will pause the video. So in the payment info tag, I will add the test ID right here in this field and click save. Now I will pause the video to repeat the same process for the rest of the tags. All right, I have updated all the tags. Let's go back to the events manager and then click confirm your website events are set up correctly. Here, you will need to enter the URL of your Shopify store, and you should do this after you publish your website Google Tag Manager container. We have already done that. So now I will just copy the URL, paste it here, and test events. This will open a new tab. It will activate the Facebook pixel. So eventually I should start seeing some events in the test events section. Now let's go to the website where I have my preview mode enabled, and I will just reload the page and let's see what is happening. Here I see the web event, but I don't see the server event. And now I realized that I forgot to refresh the server container preview mode. So go to the server container, click preview to refresh the preview mode. And then let's go to the website and reload the page. So let's see what happens now. And here I see view content, I see page view, and some of the events are grouped. So one event is coming from browser, one from the server. Their event IDs are the same. So one of them was the duplicated, which means that everything is working properly. Now I will go to the website and complete a purchase. So I will go to the cart, then checkout, then enter my information. Then enter credit card information and click pay now. Once that is done, I will go to the events manager and I see the purchase. And I have two events, one from browser, one from server. Their event IDs are the same. So even though they are not displayed as the duplicated right here, this is still fine because what's important is that the event ID of both events is the same.
And that is how you can quickly configure Facebook Conversions API on Shopify with server-side Google Tag Manager. But if you want to learn all the details of this setup, for example, what does each tag or trigger mean, why did we configure this or that, then take a look at my in-depth tutorial on this topic. I will post a link to it below the video. If you found this video useful, hit the like button. That will help me understand what videos do you like and what should I create in the future. Also, if you want to learn more about Google Tag Manager, then subscribe to this channel. My name is Julius, this is Analytics Mania, and I'll see you in the next video.